A man suddenly discovered a business opportunity while eating grilled corn. He saw his son screaming from the spicy sauce on the corn, but his son still ate it with great relish. So he had a sudden inspiration to make potato chips spicy too. He then purchased large quantities of hot sauce and began experimenting continuously. The hot sauce he made at first made the whole family scream from the heat.
Good hot.
No, bad.
While they were still making hot sauce, many factories started to dilute their chili sauces. Although it was very spicy, Mike believed that natural ingredients paired with Mexican-style hot sauce was the most authentic flavor. To fully mix the seasonings, Mike even used a hamster's running wheel. Mike's family ran through streets and alleys trying all kinds of peppers and finally created a taste that was both spicy and addictive.
Bird's good or bird's bad?
Although the hot sauce was successful, the executives who were busy with layoffs wouldn't take a janitor's suggestion seriously and even mocked him, asking why he didn't go directly to the CEO. Mike found the headquarters phone number and called the CEO directly in Italy.
Thank you for taking my call. I have an idea that you need to hear. I'm listening.
And successfully convinced him and got the address to mail samples. Mike and his wife sincerely sent a large package of samples to the CEO. When the CEO took his first bite of the spicy Cheetos, he couldn't stop eating. He didn't even wipe his hands before calling Mike back, saying he would come to the American factory for inspection. However, the factory executives were angrily searching for the person who had alarmed the CEO. When the executives found out it was Mike, they directly accused him in front of the entire company. If the CEO hadn't adopted Mike's suggestion and realized the factory's continuous losses, he would have directly withdrawn his investment, which would mean the factory would close and all employees would lose their jobs. Mike began to doubt himself because of this. He returned home feeling dejected. After his wife learned about this, she still encouraged her husband and believed he would definitely succeed. The couple then studied sales techniques together from books. On the day the CEO visited, Mike wore a proper suit. When the CEO's car stopped in front of the factory, Mike's fate was about to be completely rewritten. As soon as the CEO arrived at the factory, he called Mike to the conference room and had him give a product presentation. But the scripted corporate speak made Mike very uncomfortable, so he decided to improvise. Mike held up his spicy Cheetos and talked about their deliciousness. When executives asked about projected market share, Mike didn't even know what that term meant, so he gestured about the length of products on supermarket shelves.
This much market share.
This action made the executives laugh. Next, Mike used plain language to explain the grassroots people's love for spicy flavors. The CEO also stood up and mimicked his demonstration gestures, completely ignoring the factory manager's materials, and decided to invest in this proposal. However, after Flamin' Hot Cheetos went into production, it didn't receive a strong response, and instead became a slow-selling product. The factory manager decided to stop production of this flavor. Mike was also hit hard by this. He began to give up on himself, feeling he was just a bottom-tier person, destined to accomplish nothing, but his colleagues didn't think so.
Embarrassment's ever stopped you before? Ask questions. You wore my ass out with them. Look here, the person I met 10 years ago wouldn't blink. He'd find a way, any way to get it done. I don't want to look you up in 20 years from now, just to find out you're still down here on the bottom. Step up.
Mike couldn't sleep that night. He learned from his family that the factory hadn't advertised Flamin' Hot Cheetos at all. Seeing Mike's distress, his eldest son directly took out all his saved allowance to support his father in advertising. Mike suddenly had an epiphany. He found his old friend and hired him for guerrilla marketing. Mike then came to the factory and boosted everyone's confidence in Flamin' Hot Cheetos. Someone tried to stop him but was directly interrupted by colleagues. Everyone knew clearly that Flamin' Hot Cheetos wasn't slow selling because of taste. As long as it was promoted, it would definitely be popular. So Mike decided to move all the Flamin' Hot Cheetos inventory from the factory onto trucks outside. Then his friends began giving them away for free on street corners. Mike's family went directly to supermarkets and bought all the Flamin' Hot Cheetos from the shelves. When other customers looked over curiously, Mike took the opportunity to promote the product. The customers were directly sold on it. Soon the streets and alleys began frantically buying Flamin' Hot Cheetos.